Modi ora in the headlines. Convicted child abusers are the first in line for planned satellite monitoring of high-risk offenders. Corrections Minister Anne Tolley says GPS monitoring will be introduced in August to improve public safety. Offenders will wear special ankle bracelets upon release back into the community. And the government is being urged to clarify who will be able to buy state asset shares. Legislation enabling partial asset sales passed into law yesterday. Milford Asset Management Executive Director Brian Gaynor told New Zealand's Rema that such purchases would be beneficial to New Zealanders.
I think it's a great idea that we are going to distribute the shares, preferably to New Zealanders first. And I'm reasonably confident that most of the shares being sold by the government will be taken up by either individuals in New Zealand, KiwiSaver funds or other New Zealand investors.
Iwi opposition to partial asset sales remains, despite the possibility of receiving shares in partially privatised companies as treaty settlements. The New Zealand Māori Council is awaiting its urgent tribunal hearing next month. Co-chair Manu Paul told New Zealand's Rema that the bill breaches the Treaty of Waitangi.
Section 9 of the State-Owned Enterprises Act says to the government that it must act consistently with the principles of the Treaty of Waitangi. It isn't doing so when it is selling off a taonga under Article 2 that belongs to Māori, and that is the water.
And in international news, the Australian Maritime Safety Authority says 2 vessels have begun rescuing survivors in the latest asylum seeker boat capsize near Christmas Island. 150 people are believed to be on board. And tension is escalating between Syria and Turkey. The Turkish Prime Minister has threatened to go to war with Syria if there is a repeat of military attack like the shooting down of its Air Force jet last week.
Türk Silahlı Kuvvetleri'nin
The rules of engagement have changed for the Turkish armed forces after this incident. Any military element that approaches the Turkish border from Syria and poses a security risk will be regarded as a threat and treated as a military target.
Heavy snow warnings have been lifted for the west and far south of the South Island, but Met Service is warning of severe gales developing in the southeast of the South Island around central Hawke's Bay and the Tararua district. Another snowfall warning has been issued for Desert Road. And Cavalier Corporation is the latest business to be affected by the declining economic climate. Its Norman Ellison carpet spinning plant in Onehunga is closing down. Around 70 workers will lose their jobs. And finally, the tower that houses Big Ben is to be renamed. It will be known as the Elizabeth Tower in honour of the Queen and the 60 years she has spent on the throne. How time flies. That's it from the Rema Newsroom. Remember, you can catch our hourly headlines on Shine TV from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Mōri ora.